So it looks like you can scratch off Bloober as the next developer that's going to be acquired by Xbox. Ever since the acquisition of Bethesda, rumors have been swirling around about what would be the next acquisition that Xbox is going to do, and Bloober was always involved in those rumors because obviously the Medium was a day one third-party release on Xbox Game Pass. They have put in Blair Witch on there as well, so it just made a ton of sense. Now, before we get into this any further, if you guys are new here and you enjoy what you see throughout this video, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow and help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Well, it looks like we can scratch Bloober off that list as the next acquisition from Xbox, because in a report from Bankier.pl, which I guess is a Polish publisher, they said that they are now looking for strategic cooperation with one of the industry's entities rather than them being bought out. Back in June, it was also revealed that they were in talks with a dozen or so companies, and 3 of these companies were from the United States, which I would assume would be Microsoft. It may not have been, but I'm assuming that it is based on their relationship, and they were in talks with them for a buyout for being acquired. And one of the reasons that those talks are falling through is because they say here that they don't want an acquisition to affect the future plans of the company. Here's exactly what they say. The company has decided not to continue discussions with potential financial and industry investors interested in acquiring a majority stake due to the high risk of losing its overriding strategic objectives. At this stage, it would be incompatible with the culture of the organization and would significantly limit the potential growth of the company's value in coming years, especially taking into account the projects implemented and planned. So that's interesting because we've seen with Xbox already, when they acquire studios, they are allowing them to keep their culture. They're having a hands-off approach and basically just bringing them in and giving them that financial backing to continue to do what they do with their creative ventures and create the games that they want to create. But it looks like Bloober is scared of, if they are acquired, they're not going to be able to have that freedom to continue to make the games that they want to create, which is the main reason why these talks are falling through. They continue on here saying, moreover, the company having spare financial resources has the possibility of making investments aimed at increasing its fundamental value. In connection with this, the management board of the company considers making investments in companies complementing the issuer's operations in order to increase its production and sales capabilities. So that's cool because it means that they've made a decent amount of money off of the games that they have created, so Blair Witch and the Medium. But what else is interesting is that probably a lot of this money was due to the fact that it was on Xbox Game Pass on day one, and that initial deal that they made with Xbox. As we know, within the first 3 days of it coming out, they already made back all of their production and marketing costs. So it was a very successful release for them, and potentially more and more people are playing it and purchasing it now because they've discovered it on Xbox Game Pass. And I think putting that game on Game Pass on day one has just been something that has paid off greatly for Bloober. That's my assumptions when I read this, that now that they're realizing that they don't need to actually be bought out in order to survive and thrive, and actually have spare money to go out and make their own investments in order to grow. And I think that's a great thing when you see a smaller developer like this release a game like the Medium that has been successful. And I thought the Medium was actually a really great game. So it's great to see Bloober thriving. It's great to see that they have made money, that they're going to be able to continue to work on their creative projects. One of the actual rumors that was floating around was that they were going to reboot Silent Hill because of the fact that they revealed that their next existing horror IP was from a famous game publisher. And because of the type of games they make, people are speculating that this could be Silent Hill. Now, when it comes to the next acquisition or next deal or whatever for Xbox, one of the things that was funny that was circulating today was this tweet here from Ludwig Forsell, who is the composer and audio director at Kojima Productions. He tweeted this, and it's been pretty much blowing up with speculation. And he said this here this morning: important news tomorrow. And then if you click on the important news tomorrow, see people are speculating, setting all the memes and everything. And if you remember this picture here with Phil Spencer, where people saw the Kojima Productions mascot in the back here, and the fact that Phil Spencer has hidden stuff in his backgrounds before, such as the Xbox Series S, people were speculating that this means that there's going to be some sort of partnership between Kojima Productions and Xbox, and that the next game is going to come to Xbox Game Pass or something. And what's funny is he doesn't really kill that. He's kind of trolling on it even more, because somebody responds here, working on a PS6 game, obviously a joke. And then his response here is Microsoft Gates XP, and then Bill in Windows. And then people thinking Kojima on Xbox and all this kind of stuff. So there's something potentially happening from Kojima Productions that we're going to find out tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's going to be some sort of partnership or some sort of thing to do with Xbox. I mean, you never know. Generally speaking, Kojima's relationship has been with PlayStation, so my guess would be it's going to be some sort of announcement about another game or something for Death Stranding or anything on the PlayStation platform. But it would be cool to see if there is something to do with Xbox on this, and hopefully there actually is real news tomorrow, like he says here, that tomorrow is going to be pretty important for it. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Are you disappointed that Bloober is not going to be acquired by Xbox and they aren't looking to be purchased anymore? Do you think that tomorrow is going to be some interesting news for Kojima Productions and that it relates to Xbox? I love to hear all your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you are new here and you like what you see throughout this video. I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow and help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.